Welcome into our channel. Today, I'd like to share with you some ideas for making or productivity hacks for release planning and PI planning using AI. I've got a couple of different AI products I'm going to share with you today. So let's dive right in, shall we? Before we get going, I've been doing release planning as a product manager, as a agile coach, as a scrum master, and or a business analyst for about 20 years. So one of the harder things to do is to create user stories from a bigger idea like a feature or an epic. Depends on what your organization uses to come up with their ideas. I've actually heard them called themes. Usually themes are really high level ideas that are broken down into things called features, and then teams use features and turn them into user stories. User stories are spun into product development goals. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to show you the nifty AI that's inside of Google Sheets first. Now, I have a full license for Google Gemini. I do recommend spending a bit of money investing in it. You can get your license with ChatGPT, or a pro license with Claude. I use Perplexity as well, and Copilot. And depending on your Microsoft 365 license, you're going to have the Pro Copilot, which is probably the best one to use. I just have like a regular garden variety license. Anyways, let's start going here. As you can see in this simple spreadsheet, I got column B with the features, and we've got an example set of user stories, which I created with using an AI function. All of these features are related to a website for training and mentoring. So it's pretty basic, essentially going online, registering for training, and then going to the training class, checking the calendar and things like that. So the first thing here is actually about a perpetual training calendar, which should run with training scheduled on a weekly cadence. And you can see here stories that it created. And here is how we invoke AI in Google Sheets. Essentially go into the cell and then type in with a capital letter AI bracket, and then your prompt in quotation marks, and then close the bracket. And what you're going to do when you do that is you're going to get a set of user stories. Now, I know a lot of organizations don't use Google Docs if they're a major corporation. Some do, some don't. So that's why we're going to go to do a demo in Copilot as well. But I have to say that Google has really got this working well, because as you can see, we've got a few more of the features here. And then the features, I'm going to basically just do a little drag and drop, grab the corner right here. So the next feature in the column B is create a form that allows buyers to request a scholarship. That's basically, get a free membership so that they can take the training for whatever reason. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to grab the corner, pull it down here, and then AI is going to work, and boom. And let's ask it to refresh, because we only got one story. Oh, here we go. See, when I did the refresh using the little circular button down there, I got more than one story. So sometimes you're going to have to use that. And I think these stories look pretty good. Obviously, they can be at a high level or too high a level, and they can be too low level. But with your organization, obviously your mileage is going to vary. These look good enough to me. I think they conform it to what a good user story is. Arguable, but these look pretty good to me. And again, let's go back and get the rest of this done. I'll grab the corner, flip down to the next feature, let the AI run. You can see it spinning there. And I'm going to ask it to refresh again, because I think it can create more stories. And it did. It added another story in there. So this particular feature is the BNPL, so the buy now, pay later option, which is very popular. So anybody doing any selling online, anybody doing any buying online, you're always going to see firms like Klarna or Affirm on the Amazon websites. And I use the PayPal features, is pretty good. Now, when it gets to doing this, if you're a product owner, I already said this is a hard thing to do. Using AI is going to allow you to save a lot of time, and it really scales well because as you can see here, we're creating stories like in a matter of minutes, and I'm going to do this right now. So for the last one, which is creating a confirmation of the training, and as you can see, it's got a couple of different options, and this gives the development team all they want. So we've now got looks like 3 stories for and one for most of these, and that only took us a little more than a couple of minutes. So what I like about using AI, productivity hack for sure, but also it allows us to scale. Very rarely in organizations are scrum masters or product owners working with just one team. So they're always, in a time crunch, and a tool like this is really going to help them. It turns the conversations when you go into the release planning because you've got down to a granular level and at the user story level. It turns the conversations into higher quality conversations because instead of dragging out the ideas from the team, and I don't mean that pejoratively, but you're basically focusing on something, and people can either edit the stories or add new stories or even come up with different ideas and kind of rewrite the features, and you can round trip engineer really easily. So let's flip over to Copilot and see what we've got. Um, yeah, let me stop sharing this. I just got to move the screen around a little bit. So I'm going to stop that share right there, and I'm going to present something else. And I'm not seeing what I want in this list. Come on, help me out here. Help me out here. Okay, it's sticking in. Let's go to Windows. Okay, here we go. Here is no, that's not showing there. So here I'm just going to I'm going to share everything, and I'll just go to entire screen, and then get ourselves over to Copilot. Okay, now we get back. Share the entire screen. There we go. Finally got it. Sorry for that delay, folks. Okay, so let's get in here to Excel. As you can see in here, it's the same set of stories that we were just working on. It's just inside of Excel, simple columns, B and C. As you can see over here on Copilot, which I've got here, so I've got enough licensing. I've already created these stories, and Copilot works a little bit different, and I had to cut and paste and take these over. I think there's probably a better way to do this. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but let's go down here to one story and show you how this actually works. So as you can see here, I've been cutting and pasting them over. So here to this, and what we're going to do right here is I'm going to ask it to create. So basically now we're prompting the Microsoft Copilot AI engine. It's going to burst here in the column. So create user stories for the future in B11. And I asked you to assign numbers because I always like to assign numbers. So it's working on it. Trying to understand my data. Almost there. Still working on suggestions. I know what the problem is. I gave it the long cell reference. So let's go back and rewrite this. Okay, rewrite it, get the right cell number, Joe. And hopefully this works and shows us something. Okay, here we go. As you can see, it's doing its great work here. 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. Looking good. Fantastic. So essentially, these are 4 different stories around the confirmation. I'm going to pick these up just to keep it orderly, and I cut and paste them, plop them into, and let's just go and wrap that text. A lot easier to read when we do that. Wrap the text. There we go. Sitting in there. And there we go. Essentially, same thing over in Copilot. So thanks for your time today. Really appreciate this. If you like and subscribe. And thanks for your patience. And uh, reach out to me anytime if you need some more help on using AI, and it can really help you out in a lot of different ways. So have a great evening.